What did you say?
Bush's baked
Welcome
beans
back to
bowl game. Look, they eat beans out of a bowl.
It's not real.
That is real. That's a real.
Yeah.
That's a real thing. Cheers.
Welcome back to another episode of the Hero Brew Podcast. I'm Max.
I'm Cam.
What up? I'm Austin.
Bang, bang.
Bang,
What
bang.
up, boys? How are you guys doing,
Bang,
dude?
bang, Niner gang. What?
That's how you guys doing.
Doing good.
Doing great.
Doing good.
Nice. Guess what this podcast episode's about to be about?
Christmas.
Christmas.
Holiday
Avatar,
season.
sorry. It's going to be about Avatar. We all watched
That's fire.
Avatar Fire and Ash. Good. That was... I see what you did there. That was
Stuck it
good.
in there.
I'm picking up what you're putting down, dude. I get it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we all saw
Ash.
Firetar. We saw Avatar Fire and Ash. I think, I'm excited to talk about it because I have some stuff to say.
Yeah. Air some stuff out.
I have some stuff to say, dude. Here, we're gonna go into our news segment real quick, and then we're just gonna jump right into it. So, Austin, you want to take us away with some news?
Yeah, we'll rip through this just because
You're back
we want
in the
to.
starting rotation, dude.
Yeah, it's okay. I was dealing with an injury. Load management,
Yeah.
actually. My vocal cords needed a break. They were like, yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Activated from IR.
Yeah. I was almost on season-ending IR, so it's okay. So, quick news updates. Not a whole lot. Just want to make sure we can get into some good Avatar reviews since we've all seen the movie now at this point. A lot of news was coming out for Spider-Man Brand New Day alongside with another leaked trailer. I think we kind of mentioned that last week, but there was another cleaner cut of it that leaked this past week. And it showed quite a bit more. Well, it showed the same, but it was kind of clearer to see. So the bit of news that we got about the movie is that it's officially wrapped filming. Dustin Daniel Creighton posted that they had completed filming in the past week, and he was super excited with the product that he has put together. So now it's just the editing and all the stuff following. There's a big rumor floating around that Rosario Dawson is set to possibly be returning to her role as Claire Temple from the Daredevil series that was on Netflix.
The nurse. The girl
yeah,
that's a nurse.
night nurse.
Dude, she was cool.
Yeah, she was cool. This is going to be...
It's Rosario Dawson. Dude, just put her...
Yeah, what doesn't she do?
Yeah,
what doesn't she do? So yeah, that was exciting to see and hear about. Definitely would be really cool to see her introduced back into the fold, especially with everything going on in New York. And now that we know that the universes are connected, getting to see how she gets introduced through that movie would be really neat.
She was dating Luke Cage in Defenders, so
She was.
We don't know if it's still a thing.
It's true. This is true. Another rumor that not a lot of us knew a whole lot about. And honestly, it took me a minute to kind of remember and piece it together. I actually had to look up a little bit more detail about it. But there's a rumor floating around. Both of these were provided via Daniel RPK through the rumor mill, stuff that he's heard. Cedric Foswell, which is a character from the Amazing Spider-Man comics. I believe he was introduced in the Amazing Spider-Man line. He is set to be in the films playing his role. In the comics, he plays a character called the Big Man. He's a reporter who's working for the Daily Bugle, and essentially he is this underground crime boss. This is the best way to describe it. He's not a huge role, for the most part, from what I remember and what I understand. But yeah, he's supposedly in the film too, adding to a laundry list of villains that we know potentially could be in this film.
So he's going to get beat up in the montage in the beginning. Got it.
100%. Yeah, it's going to be Fantastic Four.
Who Frederick Boswell is.
He's like I said, he's literally, I don't know how he's going to fit into the story unless it's like Cameron said.
Yeah, I don't know if that was the actor's name or the actual character's name. It's the character's name, but I was so confused. I was like, who is this dude?
Yeah. Took me a second. I had to Google it, and then I remember reading that line from when they talk about him. It's not a huge thing, but yeah, he's an underground crime boss, which is cool to hear about some grounded villains that will have some impact on this film, alongside with Scorpion and the Hand, I believe is who we mentioned, and Grey Hulk eventually by the end of the movie, which would be really cool. That was a bit of the Spider-Man Brand New Day news that we got, more so rumors than news. On top of the Spider-Man Brand New Day stuff, we got our first official look at two projects. You guys got to see the IMAX enhanced clip of the Odyssey that's around 5 minutes long. I saw a clip online of it. I haven't watched the whole thing through, but I watched part of it. they released I think it's just 5 minutes of footage from the film itself.
Mm-hmm.
And it is essentially like a clip from the film. And alongside with this, they also released the trailer for the Odyssey, I believe yesterday or the day before. And then in the theaters, we all got to see our first looks at the Doomsday teaser trailer, which is the first one of 4 that is set to be attached to Avatar Fire and Ash. In this one, showed off Steve Rogers reprising his role as Captain America and looking at his suit. So yeah, I wanted to get your guys' thoughts of the 2 trailers that we've seen and the 5-minute clip of the Odyssey that you guys got to see in the IMAX film, and just kind of get some thoughts and, predictions or little, what do you think?
Yeah, is it bad that I enjoyed the first 5 minutes of the Odyssey more than the whole Avatar movie?
Than the Avatar movie? I thought you were going to say the Doomsday trailer. No.
Yeah, the Doomsday trailer was 30 seconds long.
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
Cameron's like, damn.
To me, it's bad.
Yeah, the Odyssey 5-minute clip they showed, it was just a scene from the movie. It was it was basically just the Trojan horse scene, which we've been hearing about for a while. And so it was really, really cool. Loved it. It was intense. The music was intense. It looked beautiful. I was like Christopher Nolan, dude.
Do you think we're gonna get that same music score in the actual scene? I feel like it was designed for the 5-minute trailer.
I think we will. I think it's part of the movie. Christopher Nolan always has crazy music in his movies.
Score.
The score is
Did
ridiculous.
Ludwig do this one?
I don't think so.
I'm not too sure who did this.
I think it's Hans Zimmer. Wait, that might be wrong. Hold on. The Odyssey composer.
I don't think it was Ludwig. I know he did Oppenheimer, but
it is Ludwig.
It is Ludwig. Okay.
Ludwig he did Oppenheimer and Black Panther, and he's also working on The Mandalorian. Yes,
he did The Mandalorian.
Or he did The Mandalorian.
It was really, really good. Like I said, I think they're going to keep all the audio, like the music in there.
I hope they do.
Just because it didn't take away anything from the story, it added onto the scenes.
Yeah.
And it was just intense, and it was great.
I wish
you got a good look at a couple characters. Barely got any Tom Holland in it, which was fine. I don't think his role is going to be the biggest role in the movie.
He plays his son, right?
Yeah, he plays Odysseus.
Odysseus,
his son. It's it looks really, really obviously there's going to be some time skips. I don't know too much about the story of the Odyssey.
Yeah.
But it looks really, really great, and I can't wait for it. It's
kind of a messed up story.
It's like Troy.
It's dark.
From what I got, it was it's like Troy times a million.
I love Troy.
That's what it felt like, just because the Trojan horse scene and stuff.
Do you guys think we're gonna get that scene? I mean, I don't. Matt, have you read the book or seen the first movie for the Odyssey, Max?
I'm nothing. I don't know anything about that.
Also, I know you have.
Which one? Yeah,
I'm talking about the final scene where he's in the room with everyone.
Just spoiler. I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, we won't talk about it then.
What the heck?
But transitioning a little bit from that, in the trailer itself, you get on top of the 5-minute clip. I haven't seen that, but the stuff that I noticed in the trailer is they have the scene of the Cyclops. So it's showing how accurate they're trying to be to the story itself.
Yeah, they showed the clip of the Cyclops in the 5-minute trailer too.
It's in there too. Okay.
Clip. Yeah.
And I saw some people were having an issue with the armor that they're wearing, but I'm like, dude,
there's a big debate right now about that.
Yeah, because it's it's not 100%
historically accurate.
Exactly.
And there's a Cyclops in the movie. Come on.
Yeah. Guess what? It looks badass, dude.
Right.
It does look badass.
One of the tweets was of Benny Safdie's character when he's wearing that armor, the all black armor.
Dude, he looked so menacing. The gate opened up.
When the gate opens and he's just standing there walking in.
Yeah.
And I was like, my God, just give me the rest of this movie right now.
Yeah.
That's how excited I was for it. And it was just it was a great clip. I loved it a lot.
Yeah. It makes me want to.
Probably one of the most anticipated movies.
100%.
I'm here for right now.
Mm-hmm. It makes me want to read it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, that and Spider-Man.
And then you know what's in between those two? Comic-Con.
Oh.
Well, that's why Spider-Man's not in IMAX, correct?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah.
I feel like that might change.
Spider-Man's the week after.
It wasn't shot with an IMAX.
Well, it's not on the IMAX schedule.
True. So it would have to be announced before, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think you talked about the IMAX. I think we talked about the
We
IMAX
did.
releases like
Yeah.
a couple episodes ago. Yeah, it's not going to be on the IMAX schedule, which is fine. I don't like especially with like this movie. This movie was entirely shot. He used all the IMAX
For it.
cameras available,
Yeah.
and it was entirely shot in IMAX, and it was like it looks amazing. Like
Yeah.
so, like this is one of the movies where I'm like most excited to see. Like it might be above Spider-Man for sure for me. Like I'm like Spider-Man, we could get possibly the same thing. This is just shot completely different,
It's just one of those type
I might
of movies.
enjoy Spider-Man a lot more, obviously, but yeah, I'm like more excited. I think this is gonna be the movie I'm like most excited for.
Yeah. I think ultimately this is going to be it'll probably be the cinematography of the year for sure, if not the next,
Like best
few
picture?
years. Yeah, best picture.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I think in terms of like anticipation, because all the hype behind Spider-Man is kind of why I have that urge to see it. But the Odyssey is like hearing who's directing it, hearing who's composing it, seeing all these clips. It's like, dude, if they there's no way that they miss with this movie, because the story itself is pretty crazy already, and you have a guy that's so talented like Christopher Nolan and a guy that's so talented like Ludwig, who's producing the music. It's surefire, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, hands down, that's the most exciting. That was, yeah, it blew me out of the water, dude.
Mm-hmm.
It was great.
What were your guys' thoughts on the Doomsday teaser, the first one that we get?
It was cool.
Yeah, it was cool. It was too short to even like really talk about. I think it's still fake. I know we kind of talked about it on the last podcast without spoiling anything too much, but the Russo brothers released it.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing something. They're trying to cook with something.
I talked to both of you guys separately about like my theory that I have that I think it's Loki seeing all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just it's rumored that we're gonna get the Doctor Doom trailer obviously last, and it's just weird to me because I'm like, okay, well, how about if Loki's like looking at all this stuff, like different realities, like he's sitting in his little tree, right, like his little tree house, and he's chilling there, and he's like looking at all these different realities, and then the Doom trailer kind of picks up on that, and he sees the Doom trailer, or he sees the like Doctor Doom, and he's watching it. I'm like, dude, and imagine like Doom like branches out and goes into wherever he's at.
Right.
And so I'm like, that would be crazy.
Dude,
so that's my prediction right now. I think it's just Loki seeing like what if realities basically.
Yeah, like he's the holder of time, so he has all access to all this. Yeah, I agree. I think it was cool to see. I think I mentioned this to you, Max. I'm like, the other ones I'll probably just wait till they release. If they're gonna release them, I'm not gonna go back and sit in the theater to see it again.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was cool to see, and definitely notable that they use Steve Rogers will return to Avengers Doomsday and not like Captain America. Yeah, so that was cool.
I saw a tweet that said they're like, imagine this isn't even his daughter; it's just they're babysitting, and it's
That'd be so funny.
That's awkward because he's like, I kissed you. 20 years later.
That's weird.
This is weird.
Yep. Like, that's a little strange.
Good old Steve Rogers.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, I saw something also earlier too. Like, if you think about it, we've already kind of gotten, 4 different looks of this movie already with like, the new Avengers clip, Fantastic Four, Steve Rogers, and then, well, not 4. The 4th one is this week with Thor's version that's supposedly coming out, which that also leaked. I don't know if you saw that, Max, but it's definitely out there. It was in German, but definitely saw it already.
I'll just stay off of it.
Looks pretty good.
Yeah, it does look pretty good. And if the audio that I know me and Cameron have heard is real, phenomenal. That's going to be the teaser of the movie for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I saw a picture of Thor.
Yeah. The Russos, they make sure they do Thor right. That's for sure.
Yeah, I just see when it comes out.
I just love the color grading the Russo brothers use for all their stuff. It looks so good.
We'll jump over to, unless you guys have anything else to add about Doomsday or the Odyssey.
I loved the piano Avengers theme.
Oh, yes.
Gave me chills.
nice and slow, like pacing to it too. Yeah, it was dope.
Chills.
We got some DCU news. James Gunn officially has casted for Brainiac for Superman Man of Tomorrow. And it's going to Lars Eidinger, who is a actor. I didn't know him personally. I don't know of any projects he's been in. I trust his judgment on who he's hiring to play these roles. And plus, we've seen in the past with like Marvel roles where they've had people that may not have been in a lot of notable projects, before they do well. This could be one of those things. And if he is in a lot of stuff that I just don't know about, apologies because I'm not aware. But yeah, were you guys excited? Did you know anything about him or, any thoughts on him being cast as Brainiac in the DCU for the next upcoming project?
He looks the role. Yeah, he very much looks the role, like if he shaves his head and stuff.
Yeah, hair and makeup for sure.
Yeah, I saw like a clip of him doing some type of audio, some type of voice acting. Either it was motion capture or it was like for a video game or if it was for like a show.
Yeah,
I think it was in a different like dialect. I think it was like either like French or German. And
yeah, he's a German actor for sure.
Yeah, so it was really, really good though. Like he sounds super menacing. So yeah, I'm excited to see. There's not much. We just got to see who he is, and so I just want to see where the story goes.
I think in his post too, James Gunn said like he outshined everyone else for the role. Like it was, once they kept going into these, essentially he said like throughout all the, auditions, it was like pretty apparent that Lars was standing out amongst all of them. And he fit the role so well. And I think it's possibly, like you were saying, Max, he does look the part for sure if they do hair and makeup right.
Yeah, well, it said like, they said James Gunn replied back to someone on Threads, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, what made you choose Lars? Was his past roles in something?
Right.
Or what project did he do? And he was like, no, it was his audition. Yeah, his audition was that good. And so gets me excited to see I'm really excited to see where that story goes. And he's a longtime actor, so it's like, yeah, we'll see where it goes.
Yep.
Or it's like he's going to be I'm assuming Brainiac's not a one-shot character. That's what I meant.
I wouldn't think so.
He's going to be enlisted in the DC universe for a while.
Yeah. He's in a few projects. I was looking at his list of filmography right now. Nothing that I would have like jumped off the page for sure. Did you guys ever watch High Life with Robert Pattinson? It's like an older movie. Yeah. He's a German actor, international films, television productions, things like that. Yeah, but I had never seen anything. So when they announced it, I was like, I don't know who that is. But I trust James Gunn, and they have a vision, and I think that he's going to do great. And then last but not least, I did want to talk about, since we are finally at the week of, what do we want to call it? The week of celebration, the week of sadness with Volume 2, Season 5. Stranger Things. We are officially at release week for it. It'll be coming out in 2 days, Christmas Day. We are going to get 3 new episodes. We've seen different variations of runtime for all 3. I'm going to predict it's anywhere from an hour to 2 hours for all of them.
Well, I think New Rockstar has posted the actual runtimes. It was the second one.
Pretty short.
Yeah, so it's
I'm a little surprised.
Yeah, it's like an hour.
Hour and 8, hour and 15, and then in like an hour and 4 minutes. And then the finale is 2 hours 15, something like that.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm excited about Stranger Things. I just kind of want it to happen. Comes out on Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably what I'm doing on Christmas night, dude. Just probably binge watching that.
Just crying at the dinner table, eating dinner, just
pretty much.
Yeah, I'll probably just be chilling, watch. Dude, I'm excited.
Titles of the episodes are pretty cool too. Like episode 5 is Shock Jock. Episode 6 is Escape from Camazotz, and then episode 7 is The Fridge. So,
why do you think that name's cool, dude?
Which one?
The Fridge.
The Fridge?
Does it remind you of like a vehicle, maybe?
No, it makes me think of, when I think of Fridge in this type of show, it makes me have the same vibe as like Indiana Jones when he's
I thought
surviving.
It was like, I thought you thought it was cool because, like, the Fridge, the bus, Jerome Bettis,
right?
Screw the Steelers.
That's crazy. Yeah. You had to slip that one in there.
Isn't William Perry the Fridge?
Yeah, William Perry's the Fridge.
That for the Packers, right?
No, the Bears.
Bears? Same
Bears.
Difference. See, this is why we can't have a sports podcast.
Yeah, we can. But no, I think that the one for me, the Escape from Camazotz one, that's the one that's getting a lot of speculation. And I think that ultimately this is where people are thinking, those believers that they think Eddie's coming back as a vampire. That's the one. Would be crazy.
Yeah, it's shocked. Like I don't know what to expect anymore.
I really don't. Yeah.
It's so hard because I was expecting people to die in the first part.
First four.
Yeah, no one did.
I mean, did you see them on, was it Fallon?
With the Funkos?
The writers?
Yeah, they were they weren't predicting, they were displaying.
They were showing, yeah.
And they kept showing Steve falling.
And Steve fell off the table.
Weird that there's a body falling.
In the trailer, there's a body falling, Hopefully it's not dipshit.
Full tears once this happens, because I know it's going to happen.
If they kill Derek, I'm going to rage.
Nah, Derek's going to live.
Derek's going to be a man amongst boys in the Upside Down with Mr. What's-It in them. Guys, this isn't real.
Did you guys see what that kid, the actor, had to tell his friends what he was filming?
What did he tell his friends that he was filming?
A mayonnaise commercial.
Yeah, he said it's a mayonnaise commercial.
Just Stranger Things.
They're like, what mayonnaise?
I guess everyone's
that kid is so dope, dude.
Trying to bribe him at school and stuff like that to tell him what happens in the finale.
Yeah,
give him he probably told hella people.
Dude, he's probably like,
a crush is like, what happens, Derek, or whatever his name is. He's all, I'll tell you what happens.
Dude, all of his friends probably saw him on that billboard when it first came out, and they were like,
what?
Mayonnaise? What do you mean?
Yeah.
Crazy.
It doesn't look like mayonnaise.
Yeah.
No, I'm excited about it.
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
it's gonna be huge. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be great.
All right. Moving forward, boys. Star, fire, and
I wish we could play that one sound from the movie that.
Oh yeah.
When they
just fall on my chair.
So before we go into it, let's talk about our ratings for the movie.
Our ratings.
Yeah, what's your rating for the movie, Austin? Go ahead.
Out of 10 what?
On a scale of 10 Ewas.
Awas? 10
Ewas? Not Awas. Ewoks. 10 Ewoks.
I'm not gonna lie. I'll go first, dude. I'll go first.
10.
I give it a solid 7 out of 10. Yeah. Maybe 7.5.
Do you want me to be a middleman here? You want me to bridge the gap? Because I know it's different for sure. Mine, I'm going to say 8.
I'm going to give it a 9.
See? I knew it. I knew I was in the middle. I knew
7, 8, 9.
I knew. Yeah. I would honestly go between 7.5 to 8. That was walking out of the theater, my initial thought.
Dude, it was the same movie. It was
originally a one movie.
Listen,
I would have rather watched it go into it knowing that.
Okay, no. They don't tell people, hey, you have to go into this knowing that it's a continue. It's
smart people know.
One movie. No, you're telling me I'm not smart?
No,
you just said that because they never announced it. They never said, hey, this is all supposed to be one movie. By the way, don't worry about why we released it 4 years later. I'm sorry. The visuals amazing.
Yep.
I didn't think the visuals could get any better. I'll start with some highs. I didn't think the visuals could get any better, and they did. I thought the movie looked amazing. I saw it in 3D IMAX. I thought the sound was amazing. The 3D was amazing. When the little ash embers went everywhere, I loved it. I was like, this is it. They had the LSD moment. I was like, let's freaking go. I'm there for it. Everything was great. I wanted so much more out of that movie, and I was expecting a lot more from the movie. I think that's what it was. I think my expectations were high, especially because I know I was always talking trash about the movie, about both Avatar movies, which they should just call it Pandora at this point. But when I rewatched it when I was flying back home, I watched both the movies. I was like, you know what? These movies aren't half bad, right? Mm-hmm. I was like, I understand why I like the second one so much. I understand why I like the first one so much. The first one's story was amazing. Second one, the visuals were insane. It was beyond belief. And I thought the first one originally had better visuals. Going into this movie, obviously we talked about how it was. We knew it was a direct sequel, right? I didn't know it was going to be direct, where it picked up right after the ending event, so there was no time skips or anything like that. which I was like, okay, I didn't mind that. But then, dude, I expected so much more from the Fire and Ash people. Like, you call it Fire and Ash, and I get the symbolism behind it. What James Cameron said that, symbolizes like freaking life and death or something like that, or hatred and death. I don't know. But
you're right.
I expected so much more. I expected a way better story. The story is exactly the same as the last movie. You can't tell me it's different. They're doing the same thing, and I understand why.
No one's disagreeing with you.
Yeah, I understand. No, I'm just saying, like, I understand why people are saying that it was repetitive. I didn't really understand that because, I heard people say it was repetitive. Like, the first and second one were very repetitive, or the second one was very repetitive of the first one, and I didn't think that was the thing. Going to this movie, it did feel very, very repetitive. I enjoyed it. I loved it. 7's a great score for me. I'm like, that's a high up movie. It's not bad. I think I gave Thunderbolts a 7.8 or an 8, and I love Thunderbolts. I loved every single part of Thunderbolts. But I think this movie is like either as good as Thunderbolts or right below it. But it's just because the story was just something we already got, and maybe it's just because I just watched the second one over again, where I'm like super familiar with it, and I was like, oh wait, I wish I didn't want to wait 3 years for a direct sequel that the story didn't change. I definitely think it had amazing parts in it. I said that to both of you guys in my initial reaction, where I didn't want to spoil anything. I just said, hey, there are some great parts in this movie, which there are. There's some parts where I was like, oh shit. There's some parts where I almost cried in.
Yeah.
I just wish I got more. I wish I got more of those moments, but we'll dive into it. But
all right,
those were my.
I wasn't calling you dumb. I wasn't calling anyone dumb. I'm saying smart people as people who have followed like the Avatar stuff and have watched a lot of James Cameron not documentaries, but like avid people who are into Avatar a lot, like I am.
Avid avatars.
I've known that this.
I've watched the second one 4 times.
When Way of Water came out, I knew that Fire and Ash was supposed to be with that, like that script was converged into Way of Water as well.
It just didn't I don't think it. There was no, in my head, I'm like, why release that movie? Why don't you release it sooner? I don't know. Obviously, you're waiting for visuals, but that was my main complaint.
Yeah.
It's like, and then Austin told me, I think the next one comes out in another 4 years.
It doesn't come out till 2031.
No, so next one's 2029, and then the one after that will be 2031.
We might have a higher time jump than they do in the movie.
It's probably, I'm assuming 4 will get delayed. Why? I think, because, what?
Why?
2 and 3 alone took 13 years.
Yes.
They did those at the same time.
Hello?
I don't know if you heard that.
Yeah, I did.
2 and 3 took a really long time. They did it at the same time. I just think we might get a little bit of a delay. Not something crazy, but I think it won't be. They're saying 2029, like they have a month and everything. I don't think it's going to be that. I think it might be a little later.
Yeah. Maybe 2030.
But,
big 2030.
I think the longer you wait, the better it is, honestly. It gives people time to want to see it. Because obviously there's a big group of people out there who don't want these movies. And the reason why Avatar 2 made so much money, not only because it was a great movie, is because there is a big, big time jump between between 1 and 2.
First and second.
The first and second one. Yeah, it was a long time.
Well, the movie was just the second movie was great. It had a brand new story.
Yeah.
It was like I said, I've watched it 4 times total.
Yeah.
3 of those times were in theaters, and so I'm like, yeah, I loved the second Avatar movie. I thought it was great. I just think the story itself fell off a little bit from the original like storyline they were going, which they, if you guys noticed, they brought it back into this movie, which was nice, and I love that part of it. But I'm like, it just goes in. I feel like there's like 2 stories going in every single movie, and I'm like, what are we focusing on? And that's the part I hate about it. I'm like, I didn't want to wait 3 years for a movie that should have been in the second one.
Yeah. That was my gripe,
that was the only thing where I'm like, I saw the second one in 2022 it came out?
21 or 22?
23.
23? And was it the beginning of 23?
December
of 2023, really?
2 years went by that long?
Dude, it felt like
5 years.
And So 2 years, and I'm like, dude, like, what's going? Like,
might have been 2022 actually.
To me, like, for instance, how long did it take for Infinity War and Endgame? Right?
It was December 16th, 2022. Sorry.
It was 22. You're
right at the end of
I was trying to remember, like, wait, no, because I was still living in my apartment at the time.
But what I'm saying is, like, so we're talking about, like, people that put in, like, those movies are supposed to be together. Infinity War and Endgame were the same movie. They were supposed to be, same storyline. They gave us that crazy ending, obviously, Infinity War, and then picked up 5 years later, and we only waited a year right, in theaters for it. And they executed. Endgame wasn't a perfect movie by any means, right? But we were all really attached to it still. Me personally, I'm like, I think between the first one and the second one, people were so excited to see the second one. The first one did amazing numbers. Second one did amazing numbers. This one, it was like, and with all the reviews coming back, I see why it's not performing. I thought it was going to perform originally. I thought it was going to blow the second one out of the water.
Yeah.
Like, but I don't know. It's just like, I think with all the reviews coming out and what people are saying, I think visually you should still go watch this movie. I think it's 100%. Great. Like I said, there is really good parts of it, but it just wasn't. It's not what I expected. I think I set up my expectations way too high for this movie.
I get what they're trying to do. Obviously, we're going to dive into it more deeply. I know that their plan is, obviously, they're trying to go more into the kids, and because they are going to take over if James Cameron plans to do 5, 6, and however more he wants to do. I don't think it goes past 6, but obviously he is trying to go into the kids more. I think they could have done something very drastic at the end of this one, like they didn't, but I think they could have, like a major death, by the way. A major death. Something like that would have, kind of like how Infinity War did before Endgame, because it is confirmed that the next one will be a big time jump. So you could have done something like that.
Yeah.
But how do you finish off a character like Jake Sully in just this movie?
Right.
They had so I could name 3 different opportunities in this movie where he could have died, and I would have been like, pure cinema.
You could have done that, but I'm perfectly fine with them finishing his story off in the next one and then him dying.
I disagree with you. I think it's so stupid, and you mentioned this in one of the questions you asked, but we're gonna jump ahead to it, and we can just discuss this. By the way, the movie, the beginning, beautiful, right?
Yeah.
Like the scene when he's flying with his brother, Loak is narrating it. And I'm like, this is fucking it. I'm like, thank God, like, this is dope. I'm excited about it.
Right.
Like I said, I watched the second movie like 2 weeks prior to this movie coming out, and I was like, dude, I am so freaking excited. I was like, he's going to take over. He's doing all the narrations. And I picked it up right away. I'm like, that's not Jake doing it. And so I was so bummed out. By the end of the movie, they didn't do their normal, like
the eye opening. Yeah.
I was pissed, dude. And like, I was a fan of that. Like, I was really like, really I was like, damn, I was so excited to see the end of the movie.
Yeah.
It does. It gets me hyped to see what's coming next.
Yeah.
And none of that happened. I was pissed that they did all this narration for him. And like I said, he's probably one of my favorite characters in this movie, if not my favorite. But I wanted Loak to really just like take over from there, you know? And like, it just felt the same from the last movie. And I get like no time has passed, so it should feel the same. It just pissed me off. I'm like, what are we doing? You know?
It would have been.
You had so many opportunities where I'm like, you had opportunities to kill Jake Sully off in a good way.
I think
not in a shitty way either.
I agree that having Loak, because he is going to step into that role of being his dad, like being the leader and everything. But you couldn't have him step into that role in this movie with how he went through the whole movie.
I thought, he was
literally about to kill himself.
Yeah, he wasn't ready.
He was not ready.
He was, but he had his
own solo thing at sea with whatever he was trying to prove. Like, he did all that.
And he made a difference.
That part was very rushed. Like,
and that part was
very. He's just good now. Like,
no, he said, "I'm gonna do my own fucking thing. Let me go jump off. Let me go jump off into the water.
You can't.
Let me go fight some squids.
They couldn't put him in that role.
Protect my brother, which is a freaking whale. Okay, let me go protect him. Let me go talk to these elders his dad acknowledged him in the at the end, towards the end, saying like, "Hey, I respect you." So I'm like, "Fuck yeah," because I did too. In the movie when he was doing that, I was like, when he was talking to the Elder Wills, I was like, "Let's freaking go! This is dope. This is time to shine." I 100% thought Jake Sully was gonna die after that. Like after that scene, I'm like, "This is him. That's him passing the torch."
When he said, "I need you now," like that's I thought that was the indicator for me saying like he's gonna die.
Yeah.
I thought that was the sign.
And I thought it was going to be great.
I thought it was going to be perfect.
Like I said, his son was narrating the whole movie in the beginning. And then like that would have been a perfect way to like, he narrates it. Like we end off, at the end of the day, we end off on a happy note again.
100%.
Where I'm like, okay. Like every movie ends up on a happy note.
Jake fighting Quaritch, same thing.
Yeah.
Loved the conflict between those two, by the way.
I think Quaritch is whatever. He's cool.
I want a redemption arc.
Yeah, I think you'll get it. I
think he I think he has it. I think he earned it already.
There's no way that they're gonna say like Jake literally told him like, hey, like really open your eyes and see this place, like plug into
Second
like
chance.
how they do with their Kurus with the tree, like plug yourself into this world and really see it.
Right.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
And that's what I'm curious to see that as a scene.
I'm excited. I don't know if I care so much for that scene because it's like,
I think
in my head, I don't know how well I would perceive the character of him doing that.
I think it's going to be, which I don't have a good I don't have a good example, but I know there's been something like this before where he's going to like the moment he does that, he's going to have to like prove why he's worthy of doing it through like
Negan.
So let's just talk about it.
Kind of, yeah.
Negan's a small example.
Well, the thing is, he obviously he goes into a fire pit, whatever. He's not going to die. And so I get that. Like, there's a whole bunch of cliffhangers, and that's why I'm like, I don't want to wait 3-4 years for a cliffhanger, right? There's cliffhangers in the movie where I was like, what happened to the girl? Like the fire girl. Yeah, what happened to Vrong? What happened to that general dude, whatever, Colonel Quaritch?
Quaritch.
Yeah.
I'm like, because you could tell, I'm like, okay, well, he's not dead. So we're going to get another fight scene.
Yeah, his homegirl saved her.
You know, how much are we going to get? Yeah, 100%
she caught him.
Or his own Ekron got him.
That's true.
Yeah. I just, like, when, like, I think Austin actually called me and was like, yo, he's for sure alive. I think she, like, saved him. I 100% think so. Like, I'm like, dude,
I am surprised.
I expected a lot more.
Not changing the topic too much. I am surprised there wasn't. I was expecting in this movie more of an internal conflict with Spider saving him. We never once got. Yeah, we never once got something like Jake asking him like, "Oh, you saved him," like, or anything like that at all. I think so. We did see them like looking through the crash site, the shipwreck. And they were looking for obviously weapons and like bodies and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like wondering like
every movie, like the second movie and the third movie started the same. I'm like, why are we like searching for weapons again? You know, that's what they did in the second movie. Second movie they robbed a train looking for weapons. This movie, robbed a train. Or robbed, you know, or like dove into the water looking for weapons. I'm like, give us something else, dude. Like, I think
those two are different.
No, the concept of it was the exact same.
I mean, the third one, Jake is just
he's collecting weapons.
They're there. He's trying to make his point. But, I mean, the second one has a pretty good time jump from when the RDA show up.
Yeah, we miss a whole bunch of stuff, which I wish we would have seen. I wish they do like a short.
Maybe in the second movie or in the third movie.
Yeah, the first and second movie. There's like
from
a whole
when
bunch
the
of
first
stuff
RDA shows up to when it cuts to the train scene.
Yeah, it cuts to the train scene with the sons and stuff. I'm like, oh damn, you know, I want to see more of that, right?
Yeah.
Like I want to see more when they came back.
Mm-hmm.
It was, I don't know. I'm like, okay, it's gonna be pretty. Like, I just want to know what happens, dude. I'm like, okay, like Spider. I thought he was dope.
I thought he was dead.
I also thought he was dead.
I thought he was dead.
It made sense. It made 100% sense.
I almost cried, dude. That part.
It was a very sad scene.
Mm-hmm.
That part, I was like, oh,
I didn't think I cared for Spider so much because I didn't like him in the second movie. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't like him in the second movie at all, and I like him now. I think it's better. He's taken steps in the right direction, but
Yeah.
I was really sad during that scene.
Yeah.
I completely understand it.
Yeah, I mean, that would have made sense.
I thought, like I said, this movie had great scenes.
You have
the humans are gonna get him.
You literally have like the cure kind of like right in front of you for how humans could breathe on Pandora, and you cannot let him get back in the hands of them.
Yeah, and like Jake said, they're just gonna keep coming and coming to try to kill them. Like it's just gonna keep happening.
Dude, he said, "Oh, do you still love me?" Oh,
yeah,
he's like, "Yes, I do, son."
Well,
like,
even Spider's
he called him dad. I fucking lost.
I'm like, oh, I was like, no.
Yeah, even his acceptance of it, he knew, he understood. He's like, yeah, I'm the only. Like, it's scary and it's sad, but he knows like he wouldn't just do that for no reason. Like he wouldn't have that thought for no reason. Like,
yeah, I wanted more of that kind of stuff in it. Like I wanted more of stuff that I haven't seen, like a big death. You know, I wanted like. Dude, it was like I wanted more of the fire and ash people.
Yeah. I think that's one of the biggest kind of complaints right now for the general audience. We didn't get enough of them.
It was giving me Scar vibes. Like when Simba went to go see Scar, it was giving me major Scar vibes during it. I was like, this place is dope. It's all ashy. I'm like, I get it. The Varong's character, the reason why she does it made perfect sense.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, this is great. And I was like, oh, this movie is for sure gonna blow it out of the water from right here, you know. And I was like, what, an hour and a half in?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is gonna be great. And then they just like went away from it, and I'm like, they went to the military base. I'm like,
she's a leader that rose from fear, terror, and starvation. Like it's an anti-villain arc. Like she's, at the end of the day, you're like, damn, you want to root for that because it's like she turned them around, but she is, she's evil. She's a manipulator. And I think that's what stood out to me about that character.
Dude,
she was so
freaking witch, like a witch doctor. I loved every part that she was in. I like every part she was in.
Dude, it was also like the questioning of like their religion. Like Awa didn't show up when they needed her most, or when they needed.
And that's a problem. That's a problem. That's like I think relates.
It's a real world problem
to society, like us in society, where it's like where people like don't believe in God because it's like, oh well, why would God want us to do this or something like that? And it's like, oh, this, and like it made perfect sense, and it was something like she was heartbroken. You could tell she lost everything.
Yeah,
and it's like everything got burned around her, like her whole village and stuff, like the whole forest.
Yep.
And I'm like, dude, like pulling me in. And like I said, I thought everything with her was great, and I wanted more of it. And like she turned into a side character so fast.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy.
And that pissed me off because she's so good in that role. Like she was so good in the movie.
I think they should have, when he like kind of teamed up with her, I think it should have just been all of the Fire Clan and just not had the military involvement at all.
Well, I just wish she was in charge.
Yeah.
She was so freaking dope. Like,
yeah, dude, they set the tone.
Wait, why aren't you? And I get that they have like the powers of like the power levels there, wherever, like, where she's the evil version of like, the priest people, right? She's like the evil version of that.
Right. The dark
Sahik.
Yeah.
Sahik. So she's like an evil Sahik, and then you have General or Colonel Quaritch, where he's like the main dude in charge. So I get that aspect of it. I just wish for them it wasn't like that. I wish it was the opposite, where she was just because she was badass. Dude.
Yeah.
Every little part she was in up until they got to the military base,
bro. Like her opening scene.
Control her. Yeah, dude.
She said, I like set the tone by saying, "I am the fire." Shoots a burning arrow at one of her men. And makes them crash directly.
Scene. Yeah,
dude,
that was intense. That was crazy.
It's
Suicide
unreal.
Bomber, dude. I loved it.
Yeah,
I
so
thought
crazy.
I was like, dude, she's so badass.
Yeah.
I was like, oh god,
dude, just
I am the fire,
like
and then
a bag of like, I don't know if it was like oil or something.
It was the stuff that she had, I think, when she was like doing it, like the stuff that were like it doesn't burn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It just bugged me a little bit because I'm like,
I expected the Wind Traders to be more involved in the movie.
Yeah, I did
from
too.
how much they promoted them and like the trailers and everything.
Yeah, I didn't even see they were promoted. I was actually, that caught me completely off guard. I was like,
all the trailers you see like the things flying in the air, and I'm like,
maybe I thought that was probably like the air battle or whatever.
Yeah,
I thought that was like from the Na'vi side. I didn't think it was just like mutual air traders. You know,
I'm just like, oh, they're just peaceful air traders.
And they're like, oh yeah, well there is some other tribes that don't mess with us or whatever, and like because we're peaceful, even the evil people are the Ash people, right?
Yeah,
they were like, they said like, oh yeah, they don't mess with us. We just kind of just roll through,
right?
And then, so I expected like, okay, maybe they see that they're carrying, the other people,
right?
And that's why they attack. No, they just attacked for no freaking reason.
Fun. Yeah.
And I'm like, wait, you guys just said that they don't do that, and you guys know who they are and stuff.
Right.
So, but I was so for it. I thought the battles were amazing in this movie. Like I said, I didn't think the visuals could get any better, and they blew my mind out of the water. I was like, holy crap.
It was so good.
I was just bummed out about the story.
One of the only negative things I will say is Avatar 1 has its moment. It's like big hype moment where Neytiri's pinned against the tree and they're like about to lose. And then all of the animals of Pandora come attacking. And she's like, oh, Awa heard you.
Yeah.
And then the second movie is when Jake's riding and they have his kids on board. And then Payakan comes out of the water, lands on the ship.
Yeah.
And then they start attacking. I don't think this third one, I don't think it hit as hard as those first two.
The squids,
and then like the
whales
coming down again, the whales, like that. This one didn't hit as hard as the first two did.
I agree with you. I still think it went pretty freaking hard. Like the battle,
it went hard. Yeah, the battle scene was amazing, but I just don't think it was at the level of like the first and second one was.
Yeah. Them watching that happen too was like the genuine reaction from me, like they're fighting back, like the whale. Yeah, dude, that was just like, you could tell it was like a complete shock to them, because they weren't expecting it. They thought they were going to be on their own, and like the timing of it couldn't have been more perfect in my opinion. Did you guys like the scene where she was trying to get through to Awa again, and then Spider and Took joined her?
No, dude, I hated it. They copied it. Dude,
it was copied
Welcome to Derry.
It was very similar.
I was like,
all these projects
I know they just added that part in there, dude. I don't know. It was probably shot a long time ago. I actually enjoyed that scene a lot.
A long time ago. Yeah.
I actually enjoyed it. Like I said, I enjoyed like big parts of this movie that were new. That was one of the newer parts where like, okay, wait a minute, Cameron, you got a thing going on. I see what you're doing. Dog. First of all, Awa? We did
get our first look.
What the?
It's just the Watcher,
dude. I was like, I'm not ready. I wasn't ready for that at all, Cameron. Like
I did honestly, when she's getting blown back, and I'm like, okay, she's gonna hopefully she makes it past like the tree line. I'm like, but I literally was like, what is she gonna see? I have no idea.
I thought she was gonna see her human mom.
Yeah, Sigourney Weaver.
Sigourney Weaver. I thought that we were going to see her just standing there. Nah.
Just the Watcher.
We saw a big ass avatar. like, dude. I was like,
you see like the nose and like the eye and stuff, but like I couldn't tell if it was like
face.
If it looks like a Na'vi or it.
I think it resembled a Na'vi.
It was for me. It was hard to tell. I really couldn't tell.
You're watching it again. Can you?
I am watching it tomorrow. So once I see it again,
for me, like at first it was giving me Watcher vibes.
Well, it was purple. It was like purple. Yeah.
But then when they turn their face fully, it definitely gave me Na'vi vibes.
I'll check. I'll look at it again tomorrow.
Let me tell you, I was so surprised. That was one of the things where I was not expecting. I didn't know how I felt about it. I still don't know. I'm still confused about it, honestly. But that was like intense. I was like, what? Like this movie was on an acid trip.
I do wish they didn't show what happened to Spider in the trailers.
But they hit it in the trailers.
No.
Yeah.
You
see him connecting with his hair.
You
right?
see, okay.
But you don't see the tentacles coming out. You just see his hair going into it.
You see that. You see him in scenes with his mask on. You see him in scenes with it off.
Yeah, but
I don't know about you guys, but I anticipated like, okay, this is gonna happen in the movie.
Oh, yeah, no, I agree with what you're saying. I just didn't. They were smart with it. They did like the whole Infinity War.
I'm pretty sure there was,
because when he connected to the animal,
you see the stuff go up his body.
Yeah, I think you saw a part of that in the trailer. But,
yeah.
So I thought he died. That's what happened with Sigourney Weaver, right? She died and they covered her up,
Yeah.
So I thought he was just dying. But then when he in the original trailer, when he connected to he tried connecting to the animal, whatever, he had his mask on in that. In the trailer. Yeah. And I was like, when I saw the movie, I was like, wait, he doesn't have his mask on. I was like, oh, his little tentacle thing, which they look so weird in the movie, by the way. Like, it just keeps looking creepier and creepier. It looks
really weird, like in human form.
Well,
like
it's
because
it's like, yeah, dude. And I'm
like when they first see it, when it was growing, it's just like a little stubby.
It was like that, dude.
I was like, okay, come on.
He's like, check this out.
Dude's dancing in the background when they're talking about him.
Out of nowhere, it's hella long.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere.
It's growing like 5 times the speed of all the rest.
Yeah, I thought that was cool, dude. I kind of dug it. I was like, damn. Spider, he could breathe. He was hella juiced.
Varang used that shit as a weapon.
Yeah, she did. I will say, when like it was almost done, when like him transferring or whatever, I thought he was gonna be from when he was laying down, he looked taller.
Could you imagine?
I thought he was gonna grow in height.
I thought he was gonna.
He's just a
changing
giant
into a person.
I wish he did.
I thought he was changing into a person,
like an avatar, a Navi.
Going to a Navi. Yeah. I totally thought, I was like, yep, this is him doing it. Or at least stay human and just grow tall.
That's what I was going to say. He's just like a giant.
That's what I thought was going to happen. He's like 9 feet tall. That would have been
cool. He's like, whoa.
Same height, same little knife.
Yeah.
He's like, just man, my knees really hurt.
Yeah, I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
You guys talked about the Coral Quaritch arc, but I know Cameron, you said you want to see more of an arc of them. I really do think he had like his character was like, I think I had 3 favorite characters in this movie. It was definitely Spider, Loak, and then Colonel Quaritch. Surprisingly, like
he was definitely the highlight
as a character.
Yeah,
I dug him. I loved how he wanted to protect his son,
even after getting shot in the arm.
Yeah, even after getting shot in the arm, I loved any scene they were all together in. Surprisingly, I did not expect that. And it was great. I was like, wow.
I was a little surprised.
Dude, he's a good character. Like, I liked him. I was like, I do want him to be good. I think he earned enough respect. I think even Jake acknowledged that. Jake was like, no, we're not going to kill him.
Yeah.
Don't do it, you know?
Yeah.
And so, like, I think he earned his redemption arc, but it's just like, I'm like, where do we go from here? You know?
I was kind of surprised that like the very last time when he jumps off to save Spider and Jake saves them both, that like Quaritch was just kind of done fighting. I'm like, bro, you guys were literally just fighting to the death, and you're not just because.
When the second time they fought?
Second time, like at the end,
towards the end, yeah.
I'm like, I was a little surprised.
This is pretty funny.
He's like, oh, does this mean like we're like holding hands and walking on the beach now or something like that?
Yeah.
It reminded me of like UFC fighters that respect each other. They're like, haha, we're done. All right, bell ring.
Yeah.
You know?
See you next week.
Like, dude, this has been an ongoing thing for a long time where they've literally tried killing each other multiple times.
But then once what's her face came and he saw Jake's wife. Once she came, he was like,
I'm out of here.
He's like,
see you later.
I've seen that arrow.
What was his line? He was like, oh, well, isn't this some shit?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. And then like, just jumps off.
He's like, yep.
I'd rather not get shot.
Smart freaking
dude,
move,
she would have.
You know?
Yeah, even if Jake said no, I think she would have anyway.
Yeah, I liked like any part they worked together, and I thought that was great.
Yeah.
But yeah, we talked about Loak already. Talked about Spider. There's one person we really didn't talk about that much, except for the little scene Awa. Kiri, dude.
Yeah.
So we find out the big revelation that she is Kiri's, or she is
Grace's,
the daughter of Awa.
But she's
Yeah, she's basically like baby Jesus.
Yep.
Yeah. I anticipated that.
Like she has no dad.
Yeah, like
right.
I'm like, obviously she was in the belly.
I was hoping it was what's his
Norm.
face. Yeah, I was hoping. I think it was Norm.
Is it Norm?
I don't know.
His
Norm
name?
sounds
yeah.
like
He looks like a Norm.
character. He looks like a Norm.
It's the first.
He looks like a Sheldon Cooper.
Yeah, dude. It is Norm. It is Norm.
It is
It's
Norm, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I just remember Jake Sully saying Norm.
Norm, help me, help, hurry! She's dying, or he's dying.
Why am I like second guessing that though?
Or you gotta get back to Norm. You know, like
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought she had some cool parts when she was like when she shot the little when she connects to everything. When she shot the little things. I'm like, cool. So I'm glad they kind of explained it. Don't know where it goes from here though. Like I said, like it kind of just left us with like a whole bunch of what's going on now. What's going on now? You know? I thought she was cool in the thing.
Okay.
I guess go ahead. I have a final statement, but go ahead.
Are you going to talk about her and Spider?
No.
Okay.
I wasn't gonna bring it up. Go ahead.
I don't really want to talk about it, but I'm not okay with it. I think it's weird.
It's a little.
I don't know. It's just because like I don't know. They just seem like brother and sister. I know they have like a flirty relationship, but like they grew up together.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say that. It was okay. So I thought it was just weird because they were human and Navi. Like,
yeah,
I thought that was a bit. I'm like,
nah, that's
yo,
good. That's cool.
Chill. Just because he's an air breather now, you know.
Yeah,
he's got the.
She's like, it's good. It's fine.
I'm like, dude.
The dreads.
Yeah,
I'm like, wait a minute. Like he was tickling you earlier in the movie. Like
at such a weird time too.
Yeah, I'm like, dude.
Like they were literally wasn't this at he was tickling her like right at like when they were all down seeing the Tam and stuff with the ancestors.
It was just weird.
It was such a weird time.
It was that whole thing was weird. That's why I didn't want to bring it up. But I'm glad you did now because we could all admit it was kind of.
It was I don't know what's more weird, that one or when Rey and Kylo Ren kissed.
You know what? Good for them. They found love in a hopeless place.
They weren't related.
No, they're not.
They're not.
Even by
I mean, technically,
like not even adopted.
Who is she related to at all?
Just Grace.
Awa.
And Awa.
Yeah, it was weird because it was like human and Navi. She's like 7'4". He's like.
Yeah, and we never saw Natiri kiss human Jake. Just hold him.
She carried him.
Yeah.
When he was kind of
at the end of that
unconscious. Yeah.
He couldn't walk.
Yeah.
That's you know.
Can't do anything about that.
Helping him out.
Yeah. Kudos.
It was just weird though because they were both young characters and it was just weird.
So what do we think? Okay, there's gonna be a time
these
jump.
These are final statements. These are our final closeouts.
No. I was just kind of continuing it, but we can do final statements.
Yeah, this is what I thought it was. You kind of stepped in. I was like, hell yeah, let's do it.
Oh, I was just gonna talk about where we predict that those two will be in the next one.
Who knows? It's too far to tell. I don't want to give a prediction.
Do they have a relationship?
They'll probably
have a kid.
Okay, well, that's just weird.
No, it's not. Not at this point. He has a braid.
Yeah. She saw he got the braid. She was like,
what's it going to look like?
It's going to be long. He's growing like 5 times as fast.
It's going to be a long human. It's going to be a long human. It's not even going to be blue. I guarantee it won't be blue.
What if he starts turning blue?
Or it's just a blue human where it doesn't have like the Navi nose or anything like that. It doesn't look like an alien. It's a blue human.
I mean, Spider's
especially if there's a
DNA is all like realigned, basically.
Yeah,
realigned. Yeah, we passed all the weird stuff already, dude. I think they're gonna.
The reports I've heard is this time jump. It's around 6 to 8 years. Loak and I always cannot say her name, but Tessere.
First of all, wasn't that his brother's girl?
No, that's always been his girl.
That's always been his girl. Okay,
Loak
cool.
and her always had the relationship.
Okay,
yeah.
Cool. Good.
That would have been pretty bad.
Swoops in.
Yeah, swoops in after his.
Said, "Don't worry, girl, I got you."
He says, "So from reports that I've seen, I don't know how true it is, but she's gonna be pregnant. Her brother is gonna be the new, what his dad is, basically like head of the tribe." Also, can we talk about how did you guys feel about the other brother dying?
Pointless.
And
it's so
Renal,
stupid.
the mother.
No main characters die, but you have the side characters just keep dying off in the movies.
I'm not.
I think that's
upset about them dying, but I'm upset that we didn't get a scene of like the dad and the sister and all them like reacting or anything.
It was so that I think
it just cuts to them holding the baby on the thing.
I think it was so stupid. I thought the dad died. Like that's how much I like just varied off the thing. I'm like, oh, the dad must have died somehow.
Yeah,
because she's like, oh, will you take care of her? I'm like
the dad was just gone.
Dead.
Right?
Yeah, like, dad's dead, was killed off screen. Okay, I'm like probably. Which do you guys know they do this in the Avatar movies where like they have like a huge battle
and then
something happens
just
and it just cuts off?
Yeah.
Well, I'm like,
the second movie. The second movie, I was like, okay, they were all involved in the battle. I'm like, where did that whole tribe go?
They're just gone.
Yeah,
like there's no way they just all died.
I didn't notice it in the second movie until I watched the third movie. I was like, wait, did this happen before? It did happen in the second movie.
Yeah,
and I was like, wait, like they just all everyone just disappears like completely.
The first movie,
all
you can't
all
really
the Na'vi
tell
warriors,
because not everyone doesn't go away from them. Just Jake, Natiri, and Quaritch go away from like the big battle.
Right.
Yeah.
So they did a good job of that. But like, the second and third one, it's like, okay, where'd all these people go?
Where'd all the Na'vi go?
Yeah.
Right.
Were they all dead?
Well, when they went,
said, all right, we're out.
Yeah.
They went back hunting. Remember?
Yeah.
They went back hunting.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, where did they all go?
Yeah, you had the Banshee, the Ekron clan too, the Sky
That's
people.
What I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, where did they go? They just disappeared. It was like, I'm like, oh, well, maybe everyone that survived in the movie is just where they were at the tree. But I don't know. I don't know where the film goes from here. We have speculations, but honestly, if it's like going to be another 3-4 years, I think I'm going to forget what I even talk about. And be like, oh, well.
Supposedly,
I don't know.
Jake's avatar body is deteriorating because it's at the end of its cycle. Supposedly. Because I guess from what I've read is those avatar bodies they're obviously like synthetic and they were made. They're not like true Na'vi bodies. So they're deteriorating past kind of like an expiration date. Supposedly. And I guess that's a way they could. I mean, from what I read is like also, I mean, Avatar 4 is completely done. It's done. They just have
release it,
VFX and everything, all of that to work on.
Release it next year, please.
I think this is for sure his last movie. I think he's gonna like go super hard into battle and he dies, and then the torch will officially get passed.
I thought for sure he was dying in this movie. I really did.
Especially like Zoe Saldana said like she doesn't know if she's gonna do another Avatar movie because it's taking up so much time. You know, like
I wonder, but are they? I wonder if they're talking about because they've already done 4. I'm wondering if they're talking about after 4 or if, because they're like 3 is out right now,
right?
And they can't really talk much about 4.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just tired of it. I want to get it next year. If it's already done,
just release it.
Maybe 2 years. Okay, fine. 2 years. Another 2 years.
Yeah.
Why are we waiting 4 years for a movie?
That's real.
We're literally doing the same time jump they are.
Pretty much.
I'm going to be hella old when that movie comes out.
We'll be 30.
Yeah, when Avatar 5 supposedly comes out, 2031 will be 32.
Yep.
Austin. Yeah.
Yep.
That's great. Come on. That's crazy.
9 years old. 2 years old.
Literally.
Avatar.
Well, Zoe Saldana in her interview, she said she signed on at like what, 20 something?
Yeah.
And now, and I think she said by the end of it, she'll be close to 50, or if not 50.
Yeah, which is nuts.
And then what we also didn't talk about is Sigourney Weaver did confirm that Kiri is the one going to be narrating in Avatar 4.
And she knew that 12 years ago. And she knew that 12 years ago.
And she knew that a long time ago. Yeah.
Yep.
Why? That's so stupid. No, absolutely not. I'm not saying that because she's a girl. I like her character a lot. But give it to Loak. He did this one.
Do you guys?
His dad did the first 2 movies.
Do you guys think that's super old Sigourney Weaver had to kiss the actor?
They talked. I saw something that they talked about it, and they said that they had to go. They had to like.
It's probably another person motion capture.
It was a different person, probably.
Okay.
I love Sigourney Weaver. I'll kiss her if she wants.
Sigourney's awesome. She's been in just so many things, and
Star Wars now.
She's great.
And Star Wars now, yeah.
Yeah. I think Loak should do it. Dude, give him his time to shine. You're telling me he's going to be the leader and he's not going to give the narration in the 4th movie?
What if she's the leader?
You're going to tell me the 5th movie it's going to be the little kid?
Dude. Okay, I saw something where I kind of hope it is true, but so remember how Avatar starts out and you see Natiri like hunting in the tree and she's like crouching down on the tree? I saw someone tweet saying like, bro, this is really how we're going to see Took in Avatar 4 because it's going to be like a 6 to 8 year time jump. Yeah. She's going to be like that high teenage age kind of.
Is Took a girl?
Yes, it's a girl. Yeah. At one point he said, stay with your sister.
Yeah, you're right. I thought he was talking about...
I'm not going to lie. I thought it was a little boy too, to be fair. And I don't mean that in a mean way. I didn't know. Yeah. I had the same reaction. I was like, oh, she's a girl. Didn't know. Whoops.
Yeah, Took's cool.
How'd you guys feel? We didn't even talk about this. How'd you guys feel about when Spider connects with Awa and it's everyone that you've seen kind of pass and they all like accept him officially? Honestly, like Max was saying earlier about people dying.
I didn't need it.
I forgot a lot of those people died. I was like, oh yeah. Yeah,
because you saw Sute from the first Avatar, which was cool.
I didn't need it. It was a great way to close the movie. I was more mad that they weren't doing the eye-opening scene.
Yeah.
Dude, she looks so...
And
like...
Spider looks so weird when he's connecting to the plants. I don't know if you guys notice that.
Yes.
Like...
Well, it's because we're seeing a CGI right next to a...
He doesn't look calm at all. Like, they all look like, oh yeah, for sure.
He's just like...
But then he's like... yeah, he's like, do I even close my eyes?
His human brain can't comprehend. He's like...
I'm like...
I don't like the goggles that he wears either.
Nah, dude, those are fresh. Come on.
I dig it. Yeah, come on, dog. Now, but closing statements, guys. I think the movie was great. Okay, like 7 out of 10 is great. I'm not basing just that on visuals alone. Yeah, I love certain parts of the movie. I think my expectations for myself I set them too high, where I wanted to see a lot more, especially after rewatching the first and second movies this past week. So I am really excited. I'm really excited to see like if they decide to be like, hey, you know what? We're just going to release a fourth movie since it's already done in a week. I'll be down for that. I don't know if I'm going to be excited to watch it in another 4 years, but hopefully, I think people still should go see it. I still think people should go see it in IMAX. It's worth it. It's worth like I said, it's one of the most beautiful shot movies I've ever seen.
Yeah,
but. Yeah, like, I'm going to leave it at that. That's my last Avatar thing.
Normally we talk about it, but we didn't yet. But after the first weekend, it made $365 million. I don't know what it's not at now on Tuesday and what it will be after this weekend. But
it made like, what, 200 million less than the original or the second one?
The second one after its first weekend made 435.
Yeah.
So less than 100 mil.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
I think you have to account that I think the reason second one made more was because of that 13-year period that we didn't have an Avatar movie. So it was the hype of, oh my God, we have Avatar 2 finally. So I think that's partially why
everyone's grown up and stuff. Like, yeah. It's just, I think I understand this one thing I mentioned. I understand why people aren't talking about it as much as the second one.
Mm-hmm.
I understand why people, like I said, I understand all the reviews that we had. I know, Cameron, you mentioned this on like 2 podcasts ago where you're like, oh, well, I was hearing some reviews that it was like, repetitive and stuff. And that's kind of how we went into it. And so I understand why it's not like the biggest thing being talked about right now. Like I said, besides it looking good, I don't think it's a much bigger change than the second movie. I wish we had more. Yeah, that's it. Austin, closing thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, you guys kind of hit everything that I was going to mention. It's a great film. Well, it's a good film. I wouldn't call it great. I think I would agree with like what Max said. Essentially, my expectations might have been a little bit higher than what I was, thinking. Visually amazing. For me, I personally thought Varang's character was one of the better characters throughout the whole film. Just like that manipulation and the way that she was able to like, get her people to a level of where they're at, of like, they would do anything for her, including like suicide, jumping into a flame ball to, sacrifice himself. I just wish that they gave that tribe way more time, for sure. And that's the reoccurring thing that I keep hearing. In all honesty, this was probably like the overall story throughout the whole film was probably one of my favorite of the 3, for sure. I would, if not my favorite. I liked all 3 of these movies so far, but This one felt like it had a good pace and, everything to it. I think my only gripe is that it did feel very repetitive and it felt like the same movie going from 2 to 3. And knowing that it is a continuation of the second film, I'm in the same boat where it's like there's too much of a time, gap in between. So it's like it just didn't hit the same as I thought it would, is the best way I could put it. So that's my only closing thoughts. Good film, though. I love, visuals and everything. All the new stuff that they introduced, super cool. They always knock it out of the park with that. So
hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully next time we get more Fire and Ash people.
You guys already know. I mean, I've talked only about great things about Avatar every time we talked about it.
Yeah,
I love these. I love the Avatar franchise. I always will. I know I'm different from some people. There's a bigger audience out there that is more harsh, but I love these movies.
I think the movies overall are fine. Like, I think I like the whole story. I just like Austin and I said earlier, I think we just wanted more from it.
Yeah, 100%.
Because, dude, the second one, it brought so much new stuff. And it was so cool. Like I said, I thought we were going to have fire bending or something in this movie.
Yeah. They hyped it up so much. Like,
but we'll leave it at that.
Her firebending was
talk about,
picking up the flame.
Dude. Oh, when she was picking up the flames in the trailer, dude. I thought that was super cool.
And then that's sick.
She did it in the movie, and I was like, oh, she's about to shoot it or like flick it at people.
I need to rewatch the trailer because
he was like, no, let me just give you a flamethrower instead.
Yeah, I need to rewatch the trailer because that scene in the movie where she does like the flame, it's the flamethrower. I don't remember if in the trailer you could really see it's a flamethrower. I can't remember.
That's a good point.
Because I think when I first saw, I'm like, oh crap! Like, is she doing that? Is she literally firebending? Or if
it all changed when the Fire Nation attacked?
I have to rewatch it. The trailer.
I'll probably rewatch it again. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, I watched the second one 3 times in theaters, 1 time outside, and so I'll probably watch this one one more time whenever I have free time. And so I enjoyed it. I just wish it was better. Like I wish there was more stuff in it, like for Fire and Ash, but it was great. That kind of does it for our podcast for today's episode. And then we're gonna get into Stranger Things talk later this week, and we're gonna do the giveaway. The giveaway should be out by now, or at least the video should be out by now, where we talk about a giveaway. Please comment, like, and subscribe if you see it, and if we haven't picked a winner yet, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. And then, you can find us at the Hero Brew Podcast on all socials. And thanks for brewing with us, guys.
Appreciate you guys.
Appreciate you.
Cheers.
Thank you, boys, for an engaged conversation.
Thank you.
You know how it be.
At the end of the day, we all have disagreements. Still love you, boys, no matter what.
Navi's.
Still love you guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, it's a good movie.
Yeah.
Really good movie.
Yeah. Hate the Steelers,
That's crazy.
Peace.